And welcome back. Your name. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming back here. So, it has been a couple of days since the last time I was filming this process. So, I don't remember anything that I've said back then. I don't remember anything. This is how my brain works. But let's just get to it. Hopefully this video is gonna be faster, shorter, because an hour and 20 minutes of rendering destroyed my voice last time. Even though I have this monotone, low energy voice. So let's get to it. Yeah, what I have left to do, hopefully it's gonna be faster, because I really want to get into the colorings. When I'm done with the grayscales, you'll see that the other part, which is the what the fuck, the other part, which, bro. what is this? Oh, okay. I'm just being silly. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I forgot how to draw in this period. How to do anything. Now let's get these pants. These pants are the final part of this tone in particular, and as you can see, I'm almost completely finished with it, so that's good. Yeah, sometimes I get like some particular levels of tone, extra new tones when the colors are already, because that's an important thing for pro tip to artists, is to, if you're doing it like I do, this is again, this is how I do it. But if you're doing it like I do, grayscale and then gradients on top or something like that, it is, I will recommend you to don't how do you say it, don't just put a gradient, just put a gradient, just say hey, yeah, and that's it. And like, next, you always have to tweak it a little bit. You have to, well, it's not like you have to, but a lot of the times, look at this is because, yeah, a lot of the times a gradient on its own is not going to just solve your coloring problems, if you may. You have to like put a little bit of extra. Sometimes you don't have to, but a lot of the times you do. That's enough. Yeah, I'm done with this. This part here is gonna take just a minute. You'll see. Oh my god, why? It's fine. I'm just messing around. It's not that destroying. It's not that hurtful. But I like playing it like that because it's funny. So yeah, this part of the cave, that is back here, should be darker, like that. This part over here and this part over here. By the way, I acknowledge this is something that I always I've always having to deal with. the capes or coats or long capes like this are really good for composition, because it's just a flowing part of the design that is flowing in the wind. It's very easy to make it a part of the composition, to make it relevant in the composition. It's not just like having the guy. It's not just like having a cape go like this, and that's it, right? You always have to give it this flow, this, I don't even know how to call it. And so with this guy over here, if you can see, let me give you a little bit of a click. So this guy over here, another pro tip, extreme. The most important part of your drawing, it always, in my opinion, it's always the silhouette. It's not the coloring, it's not the rendering, it's not this or that. It's the silhouette. I don't know if you've ever seen like a little kid, a little child presenting you with a drawing of their own, and it's just the guy standing with their like T-posing, because you know, I'm not speaking ill of the youth, but that is how you start, right? And you always say, oh yeah, nice, good for you, buddy, keep it going, which is true. They always, I all anyway. But every now and then you will get someone that is inexperienced, quote unquote, and they will present you with a drawing that is very low in mechanic intensive. Like, it doesn't have the best color theory, it doesn't have the best rendering processes, but there is something that it something big in there, and you don't really get to understand why is this actually good. I will wager that is the composition, it is the silhouette. Because look at this silhouette, right? It is first of all, it is understandable. You can clearly see what is going on. The head, arm, leg. This is presumably the other arm, sword, right? It is legible. It looks good. You can tell where everything is, and it's also a dynamic pose, right? And that is always great. I like this composition a lot, and I like this one too. I'm not gonna do the whole, yeah. But there is something that is bothering me a lot with this one in particular, and I try to fix that with this one, which is the cape. You see how you see how this is the guy, right? And the cape, if you were to just draw a line where the main flow of the composition goes, you will say that it's something like this, it is something like that, and that is good, right? It's like a triangle. It's always, you could say that it's like this, and it has something like this, like these kind of shapes, triangles and stuff like that. They are very good for composition. But suddenly there is another one like this, and so it kind of, let's make a triangle. It kind of goes like this, and there another one like this. It is just a rectangle. It's literally just a rectangle like this, and it feels unnatural. And so for this one, I try to make it so that it's not a rectangle like this. It goes like this, it flows. But yeah, let's keep going. So I'm going to show you a little trick. I already did it actually, because this part over here that is really close to the body, there's not a lot of light getting into it, and so it's gonna be, what the fuck? It's gonna be, is it you? No, it's you. It's gonna be darker, but the darker it gets, the closer it is for this tone. And you know, I think we humans have the ability to obviously recognize different tonalities with colors, especially with colors. You can tell that this is dark and this is dark, but they're not the same. However, when the tones, when I say tones, I mean like imagine everything is on a grayscale like this. This is dark and this is dark, but they're different. Even though they are different colors, the fact that they share the same level of, they are in this, around the same gray value, they merge together a little bit, and you don't want that. You want your piece to be every little different color to be very easily recognizable, easy to be recognized. And so if you do this, I like it because you can tell that it's back there. There's not a lot of light going in there, but it's practically the same tone as this part of the. And so what I do, very simple, very easy, is this bad boy over here. In reality, this kind of rim lighting, it shouldn't be that noticeable. In reality, it will all merge together, you won't notice. But this is in reality. And so you have to help the eye, right? You have to help your eye. Now this is too strong, but I'm telling you, man, when I put the colors and stuff, if it's still too powerful, it's too see, oh, you can clearly separate, oh, here's the torso and here's the cave. There's two different things. When I put the colors, if it's too intrusive, if it's too eye bothering, I will try to fix it at that point. There's no problem. So let's keep going with the cape. Let's keep going with this gold, strange gold cape. Putting the fingers in. Now you gotta be careful because look at this, dark, right? Gotta be careful with that. So what I do here, let's do this real quick. What I like doing here is to put in a really big, bright kaboom in the knuckles. Kaboom in the knuckles. Kaboom in the knuckles. You could drag that a little bit higher up. Those are the tendons. You could use the original dark gray for this part over here. Kaboom. Kaboom. Hell yeah. Now it looks, this part over here looks great, but the fingers they don't look as great. So let's do this, let's do this. Yeah. It's better, that's better. See, this is, I will advise every artist, every digital artist, to do this little thing with the knuckles. It looks very natural. See, looks very natural. And I always thought that I suck at drawing hands, but this is a trick that anyone can implement, if you may. And it kind of fools everyone into believe that you have an idea of how to draw hands. You're fooling people because nobody knows. Nobody fucking knows. That's fine. I will do this trick with the glove over here. Every part that shares the same or around the same tone value, that are touching or very close to each other, I like to do this. See? Let's put, that's better. Looks kind of weird, but you're gonna be far away, so you can see it a little bit there. The closer you get, the better it is. And again, if it's too weak, I'll fix it later. If it's too strong, the same. So let's get going. This part over here, I will go as far to say that it is almost done. Let's make these. Maybe that's too strong. Maybe that's too strong. We can diffuse it because this part over here. Because this part is getting a lot more light than this little corner over here. By the way, I acknowledge how dirty the line art is over here. I'm not sure if I want to do anything about that, because this is cleaner, and this is very thick lines, very disgusting lines even. So it's noticeable how less control I have over long lines like this. My drawing tablet is tiny. I love it. Is the one that the first one when I ever started. This is that one. It is tiny for my back then tiny hand. But I love it, but it makes it difficult to do long, like, to do long lines, to do long lines like this in a single one go. If I want to, that isn't that bad. That is okay. So I guess I didn't actually try. So I'll just pretend I didn't say anything and just keep going. I can fix it a little bit. I can fix it. Over here, I do this. That was on purpose. That was on purpose. I promise. Because no, it wasn't. Because see how it breaks the hard lines. I do want to get rid of this a little bit. It breaks this feeling of separation, the like having like a cartoon where it's this and then it's this on the inside. When I do this, it kind of breaks that feeling of cartoonery, if that's even a thing. Cartoonery. I'm gonna start saying it in my day-to-day life. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that. Sorry. Yeah, see how thick this line is? That is, to be perfectly honest, to be perfectly fair with you, your name. This is me being extremely comfortable with doing hairy lines like this. This is a hairy line, and not wanting to actually try to make it in one go. And I wouldn't recommend that. You always have to, like I've said before, you always have to keep pushing your limits. You always have to go a little above what you're comfortable with. That is how you learn new stuff. That is how you master stuff that you don't know that you like even. I think right about here, this is too thick. This is too thick. Let's make this less thick before I move on. Hell yeah. Ah, hell yeah. Girl. Hell yeah. I showed the first video, the other video, not the first, I wouldn't say the first, but the part 1 of this, to a friend, and she recommended me to instead of doing it like this, where I film the whole thing, to either do a stream or to speed paint and comment over it. I was told the one comment in the first part that is not, that is fine listening to me. Which I am amazed, beyond amazed even. Astonished, mesmerized, dumbfounded even. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, find this little thing over here. Let's give it this shiny. This part is gonna be faster. This part is gonna be faster. I don't want to make another an hour and 20 minutes. I want to make him shorter. If I start streaming, it'll be the time that it'll be. It doesn't matter. But this kind of videos, I want them to be shorter. Okay, this part, let's just put a shiny, like something like this. I love doing shiny bits like this. You get to like play around with it a lot. At first, it always looks so like chunky and completely non-natural. But the more you play with it, it starts looking natural. It starts looking decent. See? If you hear the drawing pencil going nuts right now, sorry. Something like that. Sorry for that I just did. It was a reflex. I do that sound a lot in my day-to-day for different purposes. I'm not gonna list them. But you will hear that a lot in my household. In my mouse hole, if you play Pokemon. I do not like that Pokemon in particular. If you like Pokemon, I'm sorry. If you like that Pokemon, I'm sorry. Let's do that same de-thickening process. Call it like that, de-thickening. With these, oh, that's too much. With this part over here. Oh, that's too much. And let's do that shiny little, like this. Like that. And like this. When I step back, you will see how much it already how much three-dimensionality this already has. I guess the part that I like the most about drawing, the processes that I like the most is rendering and putting the colors in. The line art, it is difficult to enjoy as much for me because I take too long making decisions. And it's funny because if you take everything, all the rendering that I've done, if you take that away and you look exclusively at the lines, you will see that this guy doesn't look anything like it looked at the beginning, right? I cover all that up. And so I take too long with something that I will cover. I guess speaking out loud, saying that out loud, right now has it made me realize how weird that is. You know, if I ever decide to try a different technique, I guess I could also film it, record it, and show you if that's something that you would like to see for some reason. This is funny. I could look at these two this one and this one. I could just let them fade away into nothingness and pretend that nobody will see. Or I could make them make sense. I could go with that one all the way down. I will have to de-thicken this one over here too, which I'm doing while I speak. And also clarify a little bit. It's funny because I have to clarify. What is this? Let's, before anybody notices that shape. And we are done. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Let's de-thicken this one over here. See the way I do it? I don't do this. I don't do this. That's, look at that. That is what I would call horrendous. So I do it little by little. There's a lot of people that will tell you that you shouldn't do this, and to a certain degree I will agree to that, because you want to have more confidence in your lines, in your strokes. You want to develop confidence. But at the same time, every artist has their little tricks up their sleeves. Every ways a lot of different ways for they to learn. And so I wouldn't really tell you that you really don't want to keep this behavior, or you want to learn this new behavior. I guess it's up to you. But it is truth that if you manage to train your hand to do singular long lines and they look fine, if you can train your hand to do that, that is beneficial. But don't worry too much if you don't have the mastery over that just yet. You can practice. There's a lot of time, and you can cheat it too, the way I do it. Let's de-thicken this de-thickening process. You know, some things in life you have to just de-thicken, right? You know what I mean? Some things you have to de-thicken. Some things you want. some things you want to be thick. That's enough. But some things you don't want. In thick line art, it kind of breaks a little bit the immersion. You remember that this is a cartoon. You may not want that going on. If you do that, that is fine. Let's do this and kind of experimenting a little bit right now. I'm addressing this part without a. No, let's do it like this. I think that is decent. And I think we are done with that shoulder. Yeah, look at that. You will see. When I step away, you will see. Now, this part over here, let's make it just a little bit like that. That's better. Go like this and go like that. You want to go way farther than you when it comes to this making shiny bits. You want to go way farther and slowly build your way back to the middle ground. See? Because if you want to do a shiny part and you do just one like this, then you can really like. Let's move on. I will also recommend you to pick, if you're doing grayscale, you can pick from the already available tones, like this, right? I'm going to do this shine, and instead of making it up myself, going for a random number, I can just click. That way, there is a little more blending in the whole composition. Just a little bit. You don't want a lot of it. You want a little bit, unless you do. And let's make this part is getting a little bit. That's better. Let's define this line again and get this one a little bit. No, that's fine. That's fine. We could, yeah. And here's where let's do this. I always like doing a little bit of rim lighting in the silhouette, that the part that is just connected to the background. And here's where the magic. Oh, that looks sorry. See? It's looking alright. This part, I completely forgot about this part. But this part over here, it's looking fine. I like it a lot. Let's get this fixed real quick because I want to move on with my life. I really want to get to the point of applying the gradients. You'll see how fun that is. Again, sorry if you can hear the pencil going bananas. Look this line over here. That is me being a bit too lazy. Just a little bit too lazy, and that only brings problems for my future self. Like my past self didn't give a crud, and I am paying with my blood and sweat and tears right now. I don't know if you can tell that there are tears flowing down my face right now. My face, not even I notice how I not specifying that. Where are these tears coming from? My face? Could be my nose. Could be. And line has officially been de-thickened. De-thickened. Let's take this and make a little bit. Let's make it. Yeah. This part over here and the thickening process here. And just a little bit like that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's put that over here. Do it like this. And I think we are done with the cake. Beautiful. I like it. I like it a lot. There is some weird something weird going on over here. Let's connect this. This is supposed to be this part of the cake. It's supposed to be all the way down here. We can do that right now. Look at how thick this is. Let's de-thicken it. Drink every time I mention thick or any of the variants of that. Drink every time I say that in this video. That's enough. Looks better. Yeah, look how awkward this is. It goes like this. It's a little bit awkward. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's a little bit awkward. Instead, look at this bad boy over here. Why did I? It's a more natural shape that I like quite a bit, quite a lot. So the cave was the big part. The cave was the big part. So let's get a little bit faster with these parts that are not as relevant. I wouldn't recommend you to just phone it in when you're tired, like I am. Like I'm really excited about the colors, and I want to just get to it. But if you start phoning it in just to move to that part, you are gonna be able to tell how much you could have done better, like this. Look at this weak ass. This doesn't have that hairy line at the cost of being this. Look at this. You can see the. Look at this, like, right? I phoned it in. Phoned it in. You don't want that. Really don't want that. You're gonna be able to tell, and when you are able to tell, you're gonna be torturing yourself. Why did I post it, the drawing like this? It's not done. This part is gonna be way darker. The light will be coming from here, so don't phone it in. Don't goof it. You don't goof it again. Little bit of rim light. That's another pro tip for you boys and girls, even, or whatever you prefer. Rim lighting. That is the pro tip. Just rim light. Put it. It makes sense. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't matter. Put it. Give your character some rim lighting. That's better. Let's make this is like this. I don't know if you can hear what is going on outside my room right now. Sorry. I'm also not sorry at all. And this part over here, that will be the end. Let's, by the way, there are a lot of power outages or power outages. The power goes away where I live, so oh, sorry if you hear that, if you heard that, hear, oh, that's too strong. Everything's fine. Oh, everything's fine. It's just this. I think I'm gonna be doing manually some coloring in this part over here. So let's not worry about it too much. But this part over here, there should be some like this. And your trusted companion, the rim lighting. Just a little bit. You don't want to, because there's a difference. If the character is standing in front of the spotlight, they are going to be very dark, and the rim line is going to be just very bright. This isn't what that is, right? This is just a little flavory little technique. See this, and this doesn't make sense. I'm not sure, but does it look cool? Hell yeah. That's enough. So I'm done with this. The part that is, yeah, just this part, that is going to be even faster, if you may. That is metallic surfaces are way hard to paint for me, but I have developed a little system where if you look other people's work, I've seen some people. One of these days, I'm going to grab a bunch of references that I like and show you why I like them. That could be fun, and tell you my thoughts on their processes. But there is one in particular, I don't remember the name, sorry, that the metallic surfaces are very non-defined at all. It's just some, but it is wild, and it looks almost even like purposeless, the every little stroke that person does. But at the same time, you see how when you step away from the drawing, you step away from it, you see how how meticulous it actually is, how much control that person has. When you are thinking, when I'm thinking that it doesn't have a lot of control on it, well, joke's on you, it does. This is something that you only gain by looking at the reference, having a reference right there, and trying to emulate it. If you're aspiring artist, I guess my biggest advice is that you have to, and this is a must, you have to take time to emulate other people's work. I'm not saying that that is what you have to post and sell, but there's nothing wrong with practicing, just replicate it. Nothing wrong with that. References are king. I don't know if you can hear other people talking around. Sorry about that. I'm also not sorry at all. Don't care. Look at that. Look at how it's going. Now let's go back a little bit, and this part is looking better. This thing over here is a bit too wild, a bit too canvas-y, a bit too texture-y. You don't want that when it comes to metallic surface, obviously, unless it's a metallic canvas somehow. Let's do one of these. That's better. Oops. That's better. Now I'm taking a little bit too much time with this, and I'm gonna be honest, the more you fuck around with metallic surfaces, the least natural they look. So I may be just screwing myself out. One thing that I do want to correct is how hairy these metallic parts are. Shouldn't be that way. Like if one part of the entire drawing shouldn't be drawn like that, will be the metallic, the armor bits. If you're sketching, that looks fine, but when you start painting, it looks out of place. It looks like an obvious mistake. Instead of something that you deliberately decided to do, it looks like a mistake. has to be very clean like this. Let's go back here and oops. That's better. So in order to expedite the process, again, you don't want to use, especially with metallic surfaces, you could accidentally stay there for years trying to get one little bit fine, and that is going to ultimately hinder your work. So I'm just gonna try to make it a little bit faster. Make it a little bit faster, just a little bit. You also don't want to, again, phone it in. You don't want to just phone it in and do this to that and to this. Ooh, that's looking fine, girl. I'm gonna pause the video for a minute. So I just noticed that I've been recording for almost an hour already, and if I step back and look at what I've accomplished, it's not nearly as much as I wanted. So I'm thinking on cutting this video. It will be a 3-parter, and the 3rd part will be very short, sadly, or beneficially for my computer, because it's not very fond of an hour plus rendering. What do I have left? This part and the blade. This part and putting, you know what? Let's do that. Sorry, bye. Sorry.